It's time to get down to the brass tacks. My name is Mel Sams and I'm the Managing Associate of Sams CPA. And today I'd like to talk to you about switching CPAs. As we approach the end of the year, a lot of you might be thinking that it's time to revisit your relationship with your current CPA or tax preparer. But today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of questions that you should ask yourself and you should ask your prospective CPA when making the move. The first question that I get from people is, what do you need from me? I always like to obtain 3 years of income tax returns for your individual and your business, if any, because I always like to do a couple things with those. Number one, it helps me get you set up in my system. And number two, it allows me to become more familiar with you. Number three, and an added benefit to you, many times we find things in prior years that could be done differently or different position that could have been taken, and sometimes making those changes results in money coming back to you in the form of tax refunds. So when people ask me what I need from them, I always tell them minimum 3 years of income tax returns, business and personal, and it also doesn't hurt to see a current year profit and loss statement for any business that may be discussed. Next, I'd like to talk to you about some questions that you should ask your potential CPA and be particularly careful to go over their answers in great detail with them. The first question I would ask you to ask them is, what's their fee structure? How do they get paid? Do they bill by the hour? Do they bill based upon the job? Do they have a monthly contract with you or a quarterly contract? How do they get paid? Because that's going to have a great influence on your relationship with them and how you go about obtaining information from them and how they obtain information from you. So make sure you find out and get a clear picture what their fee structure is. Secondly, do they have any industry experience? If you're a business owner, do they have experience working with other like businesses? Have they worked with many of your fellow counterparts over the years, or are you the first person in that industry that they've worked with? This is particularly important because, as we all know, many different industries can have specific tax and accounting issues, and you need that experience on your side when someone's taking care of your business. The next question that I would ask them is, who's going to be doing the work? You're meeting with the CPA, possibly one of the firm partners, possibly a senior manager, but who's actually going to be doing the work? Who are you going to be communicating with on a regular basis, and who's going to be obtaining information from you? It would be very valuable for you to know who that go-to person is going to be for you, because it's not always going to be the person that you're meeting with right now. Finally, I would, and possibly most importantly, I would challenge you to ask them about technology. More specifically, how are they embracing technology? How are they using technology to give you a better experience and to add value? And also, what are they doing to keep your data safe? You don't want to be misled by thinking that a large company is going to be secure and will protect your sensitive information. As we've seen from some major retailers in recent years, no matter how big you are, your data can still be compromised. And I could tell you some horror stories. We won't get into those today, but I could tell you some horror stories of people whose data was compromised via their CPA. And it's very scary out there, so make sure you find out from them how they're utilizing technology and get specific. Ask them what softwares they're using. Ask them what safeguards they have in place to protect you and your data. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas for future videos, we would love to hear from you. If you'd like to get notified about upcoming videos, please subscribe to our channel.